So there was a frequency in my ear, and then right when I was like setting up the live stream, there was another one that was really intense, and it like makes my hearing almost go out. Like in my right ear at least, it's like my hearing almost like it's like sounds get like quieter for a second, for a few seconds, and then like my hearing like slowly comes back a little bit. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like that, and it's like really intense. It's like this ringing in my ear. Frequency, do weapon thing that they do with the DEWz. They do the do. There's this car in the parking lot. It's like he's synchronizing right now, right next to my apartment building. And he's like turning around, riding out, taking off out of the parking lot. And he's high-fiving the whitey as he's leaving the parking lot. And then the whitey's gonna park in the parking lot. And there's another whitey behind the whitey at the intersection as he parks in the parking lot. And he's meeting another car at the same time. And then the whitey has a red shirt when he gets out of the car. And then the other car is syncing with the other car. And it's a red and blue sync as he leaves the parking lot. And then the guy right in the door of the building synced with the red shirt, synced with the cars. If anyone can hit my Cash App and my PayPal, I only get like 10 to like 14 hours a week at work. So if anyone can hit my Cash App or PayPal, anything helps. I see a whitey coming in the parking lot, and the street lights all turned on, synced outside, and I see someone with a red shirt, and I see a bunch of other cars synced. And the red shirt person is walking, they're gonna walk up to a car or whatever, and there's somebody else walking up to a car behind them as they walk by the car, and it's a whitey, and then the red shirt is getting in its silver car. And then a white car drove out right when they start the silver car. And then he's backing up, synced with the white car, getting to the other side. And then the other person in the whitey is like walking around the whitey, getting the other side of the car. Like they did something on the other side of the car, and then they're walking around to the driver's side of the car. They put their kid in the back seat or something. Some shit, I don't know. And then the whitey's taking off synced out of the parking lot. And then another whitey is sitting on the side of the street, and he's gonna take off synced in a minute probably. And there's other cars synced on the street with the whitey leaving the parking lot. You know how it goes out there. Sync party. But yeah, I only get a few hours a week at work. I've been looking for other jobs, and so if anyone can hit the Cash App or PayPal, it would help. Just getting attacked by terrorists every day. Psychologically and physically with DEWz weapons. minutes outside right now. That was crazy. The whiteys. There's 1,000 stalkers outside right now. And they're stalker cars. It looks like the weekend outside right now. I guess it's 5 o'clock, so everybody's probably getting off work or whatever. I guess. Clocking in the stalker clock. But I think there's one siren today, or maybe 2 sirens, and then there's a couple of train horns today. So I see a lot of whiteys outside right now, and a lot of other stalkers. And I see a piglet synced with the whitey coming in the parking lot. And then the piglet syncs again with the other cars at the other side. And then there's other cars synced. A lot of them. And most of them are silver. The silver sinks, and then they do the black and silver sink, and I think I saw a whitey, and I maybe saw somebody walking synced. I don't know if I saw somebody walking or not. I don't know if it was Christopher walking again. But yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I see a lot of whiteys out there right now again. I know that. But yeah, the DEWz weapons, they don't do it. They don't do it every day. I think lately it's been every day for like a week or something. But they don't do the DEWz every day, but sometimes they do. they do every day. I see a tan truck and a tail lift sinking up right now. But they do the DEWz. And sometimes it's like really minor and just like swinging in the ears. And then sometimes it's like it makes my hearing almost go out, like I said, and it's like I can like feel it. It doesn't hurt though, but it's just like I just like feel it. I just like feel it like hit my head or hit the side of my head, you know. And it feels like it's like doing something in my brain, you know. And it's like and yeah. And then he did it twice right before I started this video. And a car just honked outside and these cars drove out. It was like, honk! And it's like two stalker parades on two different streets and they're meeting each other at the intersection. And it's a bunch of cars and two different stalker parades. The first car of each stalker parade is meeting each other at the intersection. And then they start a chain reaction of stalker sinks. And then they're still sinking with the stalker cars on multiple different streets from the stalker parade chain reaction. And then there's a whitey coming in the parking lot synced, and he's turning synced with cars behind him, and then he's gonna drive by me synced. The white SUV. And my refrigerator is turned on when I go by me. Yeah, like I said the other day though, I was at the park and there was a car that came up and just, like I was sitting in the park just by myself, nobody around. This car came up and parked in the parking lot of the park. And then they was just sitting there. They were just sitting there in their car for a long time. They never got out of the car. And then like I got up and left, and I walked by their car on the way out of the park, and then like right after that I walk up through the street, and then I started getting a frequency in my ear, and then like it was probably the person in the parked car shooting the frequency in my ear. And then there was another night where I just saw a school bus synced outside, and then there was another night where I was walking by a different park and there was a cop sitting in the parking lot. I think I was recording and like I started getting a frequency in my ear like when I walked by the cop car that was sitting in the parking lot. And then this whitey, I think it's the same whitey from before, he's coming back around in the parking lot again. Like drove around the block and then came back around. And then this other car in the parking lot behind its lights turned on. Like the whitey turned around and then stopped for like 10 seconds. And then the car behind its lights turned on, and then the whitey started backing up into the parking space and parking finally. And then this other car drove behind it, or maybe the same car again, and right when it drove behind the whitey in the parking lot, the whitey turned off, and then he got out of the car, and there's a white truck as he walks in front of the intersection, and he's looking up at my window, and he's walking across the parking lot. And I see a one headlight going through the intersection over there. I think it was tan. And then he went in the building, and then this whitey drove out right after that, and then it synced with a bunch of cars as he's driving into the parking lot. And then right when the whitey parks, this other car in the parking lot takes off at the same time. It's like right next to the Whitey. And then it's like syncing with a bunch of cars and a tan car and other cars. Some individuals get induced pain. Yeah, I think I get that sometimes. I'm not sure if it's induced pain or if it's just regular pains. Like, like indigestion or some shit, or just like a cramp or whatever, or something like that. But like, I think they make like my leg itch and shit, and like I'll get like this stinging in my leg sometimes, like when I'm walking around and shit like that. And they make my like nose itch, and they'll make me sneeze, and shit. I think I'm pretty sure I'm right. It's just constant synchronized cars outside the entire time right now. The entire 17 minutes that I've been on here, there's constant synchronized cars outside, like a million of them at a time. It's crazy. It's like, this isn't, it's not a small town, but it's not a big town either. It's not like huge. It's like, where are all these people coming from? Are they coming from out of town? They're driving around in circles or what? I'm sure some of them drive around in circles and drive by a bunch of times. But I'll keep seeing new cars though, like cars that I haven't seen yet, like even like every day, like I'll see cars that I've never seen before. I think, like usually. And then like I'll see out of town like firefighters and sheriffs and shit or whatever, like in this town I'll see like out of town like fire trucks sometimes or whatever, like when they're rolling through town for whatever they're doing. Besides gang stalking. And then like I'll see like out of state plates, and I'm like like I assume they're here visiting a family or something, or they're on a vacation and they're rolling through here or something. Or maybe they go on stalker vacations. I don't know. They just drive up here just to stalk. They just like drive around the country and just stalk all the TIs in America and go on a stalker journey. I see like a lot of Florida plates. I was born in Florida, so I wonder if that's why I see a lot of Florida plates, but I see like a lot of Texas plates too and shit. I think those are the main ones, and then like, I don't know what else I forget. Definitely a lot of Florida and Texas plates though. Yep, I still see 1,000 stalkers, and I see 2 cars coming in both sides of the parking lot at the exact same time with each other, and then parking in the parking lot at the exact same time with each other as a whitey truck drives by, and a bunch of other stalkers on the streets. It's like a car coming from this side parking lot, and then a car coming from this side parking lot at the same time, and then they park at the same time. And then they were like, doo-doo! At the same time as each other. And they had a synced orgasm with each other. And they were like, doo-doo! Oh shit, I see a light in the sky. I think it's coming toward me. It's gonna fly over my window. Is it a helicopter? It might not be flying over my window. It looks like he's flying to the left a little bit, maybe. I don't know. He's gonna fly over me. Is it a UFO? No, looks like he's going left. Maybe he'll fly by me sync though, you never know. Like fly to the left of me at a 90-degree angle synced with siren starting or something. Oh, he's curving back this way, I think, and he is gonna fly over me, I think. He like went this way, and then he's like curving back this way now. He's gonna fly over me. It's a plane. Did you hear him? I think he flew right over me, but you couldn't see him though. He was like over here. I think he flew over me. That one plane I recorded the one day when I was live, like I turned my camera like this, and then he like flew out this way. I didn't see him when I was recording, and then I saw him when I looked back at the video. I didn't know you could actually see him on the video. Look, I see this guy walking with his child that looks like he's synced with all these cars driving around. Is he synced? All these cars look synced. A bunch of cars in the parking lot and on the streets. A bunch of them are black cars right now. Yeah, I think the guy's child walking were synced. I think it was Joaquin Phoenix again. And he synced. I think I hear a plane again. Did I hear a plane? I think I did. I don't know if he curved back around or something. Fucking DEWz. But yeah, the plane was like flying like straight toward me at first, and then he like curved, like he was gonna fly this way, and then he curved back toward me again and flew over me. And flew like sideways over me. So heard this engine sound outside, and then my refrigerator turned off at the same time, and then we got out of this Spidey at the same time, I think. Just pulled in parked a second ago, the white SUV. And then there's another whitey behind the whitey that's like turning off as someone walked behind the whitey. And then there's 1,000 cars on the street also that are synced. And then they're getting their children out of the whitey synced with another whitey driving out, and other cars are driving out synced and syncing with each other and having a sync orgy of synctardations. And then there's someone walking in the background behind the whitey as it's parking, and then the lady with her child is walking away synced at the same time, and they're synctarded. And there's synctardations. What in the synctarnation? It's fucking synctarded out here. This never blows my mind how synctarded it is. It's just like crazy. We're just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in the parking lot right now. They're all synctarded, and a bunch of other cars that are synctarded on the street, 1,000 of them, and then there's a child running out of a car that's probably doing it synctardedly. A child. And then a whitey parked right as the car that the child ran out of is taking off now. Right as the whitey parked. And then there's someone walking as the car is taking off in front of them, and another car is driving behind that car at the same time. And then they're walking around getting their child out of the whitey as the person walks in front of the whitey. And I think she's a sync head that always sees sync. Can't tell if she's got a hood on, a coat with a hood on, and I can't tell who it is. I think she's the one that's always synced, and she usually is walking her dog, and she's always smiling every time I see her. She's like, she thinks it's funny to sync or something. I don't know. She's just always smiling every time I see her sync. She looks like she thinks it's funny to sync or something. I don't know. I feel like the joke would get old after a while, though. Like, it wouldn't be as funny anymore. Like, right? Like, you're just doing the same thing every time. Like, doesn't it get boring after a while? Like, I mean, you're doing it in different ways and shit, but, like, doesn't it get, like, redundant? Like, to the stalkers, even? Like, some of them are just like... It's just like... He's like... Alright, dude. I don't get what's so exciting and funny. About walking by me with the dog again. Like, the millionth time. don't know. I've never done it before. Maybe it's awesome to sink on people. Maybe it's fun or something. I've never tried it before. Where do I sign up? And I got the link. Or the job application or whatever. No, but I was thinking like, I've talked about this before, like Eagle Eye, how, first of all, they have this scene where the mom character, like the girl character, she's like, gets a phone call, and then there's a siren at the same time, and then she's like, the robot's like, we have your son. If you don't do what we say, your son will die. Drive the car 50 miles an hour east, and then turn here, and then follow all the instructions, or your son will die. And so, like, I wonder if that's, like, what is happening with the stalkers, because that movie is about gang stalking, and Shia LaBeouf is being gang stalked throughout the whole movie. So, like, I wonder if, like, that's what's happening with at least some of the stalkers, maybe not all of them, maybe some of them signed up for it. But, and then there's the other scene on Eagle Eye where the guy, like, he's like, fuck this, I quit. And he just, like, walks away, and the robot's like, stop him, or whatever. And then, like, the robot, like, calls Shia LaBeouf's cell phone or whatever, and is like, stop him from walking away, or whatever. Or some shit. And then, like the guy's like, fuck this, I quit, and he just, like, walks away, and then, like, the power lines explode or whatever, and then the power lines, like, fall on the guy and electrocute him to death. So, like, I wonder, like, if that's, like, because, like I always say, I see a lot of stalkers that look depressed and sad, and, like, they don't want to stalk, and they look like they're ashamed to stalk. So, like, I wonder if, like, they're forced to do it, and then they can't get out of it either, and they can't quit. And then, like, if they try to kill themselves maybe or something, the robot's gonna, like... and if they, like, reach for the gun to kill themselves, the robot's gonna make them, like, have a seizure so that they can't kill themselves. And then they're, like, in a coma for the rest of their life or whatever. Or some shit. You know, like, it's gonna just, like, force them to stalk to death. If they try to, like, whistle blow, it's gonna make them have, like, a stroke or a heart attack or some shit. I just wonder if that's what it's like, and I think I'm right. But all the evil, narcissistic, stalker, pieces of shit stalkers, go fuck yourself. All the fake TIs, go fuck yourself. Like, pretend to be TIs and they just talk all day and they don't have any videos of... Not that if you don't have any videos that means you're not a TI, but, like, You know what I'm saying. My neighbors started talking something. I see the girl walking back the other way, and she's syncing. I think I saw the turquoise car. It's all synced. Right there, synced. Yeah, there's a lot of fake ass TIs that are not real TIs, and then there's just a lot of people that like they just talk and like they don't have any videos, or if they do have videos, it's like a white car sitting in a parking lot, and they're like, "This guy is a gang stalker," and it's just a car sitting there or whatever, or just a guy standing there or whatever. They're like, this guy, or they just like find a person with a red shirt or whatever, maybe they don't have a red shirt or anything. They're just like, this guy is a gang stalker. Look at him, he's gang stalking. And like all their videos are like that, and they usually only have like 3 videos or whatever too, and then like they maybe have like a bunch of videos of just them talking or whatever. But like, that's it. And they don't have any videos that look like mine or like any of the other real TIs that are clearly real TIs because we record constant synchronizers. Like, you don't have to record a long video like I do, but like even if I record for like 3 minutes, there's gonna be like 200 things happening in that 3 minutes. Like, yeah, so if you can't go outside and just record for like a few minutes and see a bunch of synchronizers, unless you live somewhere where it's like kind of secluded or whatever, you know what I mean? But like, there's just a lot of fake TIs though, and they can go fuck themselves. But other than YouTube, like I've said this a bunch of times, other than YouTube, I don't know where the real TIs are really, because like Facebook and Twitter, it's just like a bunch of fake TIs, and they just like say shit, and they don't have any evidence or whatever, and then the shit that they're saying is just like nonsensical or whatever. It's like rambling, just like I don't know. There's a lot of fake ones. So I'm trying to find all the real ones and then go from there. This truck just started taking off out of the parking lot right when I walked up to my window, and then there was a bunch of whiteys on the street. So hit my Cash App and my PayPal, like I said. If everyone sends me $5, then I can buy TikTok so that Mr. Beast or Elon Musk or any of those guys don't buy it. If everyone sends me $5 each, then I can buy it. And then if you want me to buy TikTok, send me some Cash App. My neighbor's talking through all sync right now. There's a bunch of cars synced on the street. I don't know if the plane's gonna come back again in a minute or what, but I'm out.